guys, just before the video begins, want to remind you that I do have channel membership. Things like loyalty badges, emotes, priority reply to comments you get for just $2.99 Canadian dollars per month. But as well, if you were to subscribe at higher levels, we're going to be doing things like early access to new videos, members only educational videos, members only chat rooms, and all the sort, things that I'm working on as we speak. Any of the money that I get through channel membership actually just goes back into my education fund, which is helping to pay for my doctoral studies. Thank you guys so much for any of the support you can show. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hey guys, Pope Sano here, and I want to take you through a game that I am very, very happy about. Now look, I just want to say right off the hop, I am not the best support player in the world, okay? It is my secondary role. I think I play it pretty good, but I could always use some improvement. So I'm not saying that I am the greatest support player out there, but you know what? This is a master GM lobby. Even a lot of the master players in this lobby are like 400 LP, so this is mainly a GM lobby, which is some of the highest ELO League of Legends that I have played yet. And I'm really, really excited about it. So I just want to, take you through a game that I recently played, and I guess just give you guys a bit of a perspective into my thought process throughout this game, and yeah, maybe just hopefully help some of you support players, or even in general. Honestly, there's a lot of general macro play in this game that I want to talk about. And something I'm noticing now that I'm obviously not even just playing in master games, but now starting to play with playing some GM lobbies, that the macro is starting to get really, really on point. And I think that's important because it's a great way to improve in this game. Obviously, if you can start to understand the reason why you do something on the map and the best place to go at any given time, it's going to help out a lot. So yeah, you're obviously watching my perspective here. I'm playing Rakan with a Yasuo bot lane against a Twitch and an Alistair. I find in the higher elo that I climb, right now I'm about 170 LP. I forget exactly what I am actually after my last game, but anyway, I'm around 170 LP right now. I find the higher that I climb into Master Tier, and I do start to see more like High Master GM players, the aggression level continues to go up, but it's not in like just a willy-nilly way. It's a very calculated style of aggression, and it's been really cool to see, but it's something that I am still trying to get used to. Like before this split, guys, the highest I had ever been was D1. I had peaked D1 before this split, but it wasn't until this split that I hit Master, and obviously now I'm, still climbing. I think I have almost like a 60% win rate this season, and yeah, anyway, okay, so what I wanted to do here, just to show you guys, so I think like it's really important as a support player, as a bot lane player in general, maybe as a lane player. You can't really do this mid lane, but especially as a lane player. I see this a lot, again, in higher elo. Like, I'm pinging these bushes because I actually want Yasuo and I to go in here, as if one of them face checks us, if they were to leash, then they're in a lot of trouble. So I just pinged this, but of course in higher elo, it's becoming increasingly common for junglers to, not really make their bot lane leash at all and give them this prio. So again, it's just something to think about. Now here, you'll see like how tight and compact that Yasuo and I play with one another. We do our best to try to stay out of Twitch's auto attack range. I'm not perfect at it, but we're just trying to really like play at range here, and so I get that auto attack off on Alistair, which is what I wanted because we break his bone plating in case we do trade. But in general, right, we're trying to be chill. We see that they're gonna hit level 2, so we just back right up. You see how like compact that we're playing though, right? We're not making any unnecessary motion forward if we can help it, to save our HP and to obviously not let Alistair and Twitch engage on us level 2. Now I could have done a better job here helping to set up CS. I think I needed to auto attack some of these a little bit more. There was definitely a few that there's nothing I can do, but like that one I think I should have autoed. I don't think he quite got it. So yeah, you know, things that you know, I'm not going to play perfect this game. So I hope you're not looking for that, because that's not what I do. But so in this situation, I'm trying to really not like hard shove here, because what we want to do, if at all possible, is now that we have this stack, we can try to more hard shove this wave. Again, Twitch is kind of popping out. Try to engage on him there, just because he does step forward, and here's that Poppy. Now, this is my biggest mistake of the game. Alistair actually DCs, and I accidentally auto-attacked him. I did not mean to do that. It was very, very stupid. I tried to click past him, accidentally auto-attacked. But here I just want to show guys, even though I think I said, like, when this happened, you can see me talking. A friend of mine was watching me play this game. You can't lose sight. Like, even though I made a mistake here, I accidentally auto-attacked the Alistair, who we got a lucky DC, absolutely. But I think in the past I would have said, I would have almost lost my focus because I made that mistake. Accidentally misclick on him, take first blood. That's my bad, right? But what you need to be constantly aware of is what is going on. So in this situation, I know that my Lee Sin is off on the side here, right? So I actually want to walk towards him here so that he can jump to me, right? So yeah, this is important because we're enabling our teammates still. And this is like, you know, when you play support, and particularly when you're playing support in higher elo, it's not about just yourself anymore. Like, you need to be thinking about your teammates. So yes, I made that mistake, but then I completely made up for it by giving my ally a way into that fight, right? And then of course I did a good job by not last hitting them there. So in this situation, this sucked because I don't have a way to like shove the wave hard enough. I had to just take what I can, and unfortunately the wave doesn't fully crash. This is a situation that is just, you know, it's too bad. So then, yeah, here we obviously see Azir trying to escape with his life. And I was thinking about going over the wall. See, what I could have done in this situation, what I could have done was actually like W over the wall and then try to flash Q him. But I figured that it wasn't actually long enough for him to be executing. It may have been close, actually. Like, now that I think about it, probably was pretty dang close. So maybe I should have if I wasn't sure. But I'm glad that I didn't. You know, it was one of those situations where, like, if you think about it, what is the best case scenario is that I lose flash and I get the kill. The worst case scenario is that guy gets executed, right? I think not going for that is perfectly fine for us. So our top lane gets executed here. Looking back on this, I needed to go to Yasuo even though I didn't want to. I actually wanted to maybe look towards mid lane here and roam up into the top side with Lee Sin. But I had to just because of the wave state. Of course, we engage onto Alistair here because he is level 2. He wasn't quite level 3. And again, guys, like just want to back it up a little bit here. So we come in, engage. Mind you, I just want to show you guys, Yasuo does the same thing that I did for Lee Sin. Watch how he actually walks towards me here because he wants to give me a way in, right? So I'm spamming, he gives me a way into the fight, and we're able to chunk out Alistair here. So you got to be thinking about these things in game. Support players, these wards or these bushes get warded all the time. This is something that you should get those early sweepers and be sweeping this. So just to point that out too. Okay. Sorry, I keep bringing that up. My bad. So yeah, here I knew the wave wasn't like in a great position because I'm thinking like Poppy could come down here. Of course, we do end up seeing her. She gets spotted on the ward, and I just am not a fan of like the wave position. Now here, I wouldn't have walked into the bush myself if Yasuo didn't ping. So yeah, I'm glad that worked out. Poppy's such a hard counter to Rakan. It's my least favorite champion to play into as Rakan, and she gets picked a lot when I do pick Rakan in this MMR bracket. I've played about 4 Rakan games this season, which is not many, but Rakan is one of my favorite champions in the whole game, actually. I just play jungle way more than I play support, and when I have been playing support, I've been playing some other things. So we end up getting a nice engage, get Alistar's flash here. Again, just to back up and show you this again, kind of. Really, we have the wave in a decent position, and the second that he kind of walks up a bit too far, you can see Twitch does not want this at all, right? Which is like fair. I don't think the Alistar actually played particularly well. I might have to look up and see if they were auto-filled. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so yeah, here Yasuo's making the right call. I agree with backing up. I figured that they might have had this warded, and I was like trying to let him know that he did get spotted. Then yeah, Nargo's down top, but thankfully Lee Sin is able to clean that up. And then this Nar got a little bit tilted. He said, "Yo, let's go next," and I was like, "Bro, why?" You know, like you'll see he does make up for it later, but you just have to keep having good mental in these games, man. Another thing, just to point out, guys, right? Watch how me and Yasuo treat this wave state. So here, like, they can't really walk up to us just because of the advantage that we have right now. And so it makes total sense for us to want to keep the wave here, right? So we body block the wave. We have a level advantage and a health, well, I shouldn't really say a health advantage, but kind of a health advantage on Alistar. And so we get to keep the wave neat and tidy right here. This is, if at all possible, guys, just keep the wave here, right? I see a lot of low elo supports and AD carries, they'll start to hit this wave, but like this is perfect for you, especially into someone that's ranged and to someone that is like, they want a hard engage. We're limiting both their opportunities by keeping the wave here, right? It's really hard for them to walk up to this right now because they don't know where Lee Sin is as well. Sorry, I'm not doing a good job with the little menu thing. So yeah, I was just like, you see how I'm also walking up, guys. Again, I know I'm not like the best support player ever, but I think I do have the macro sense to be playing this at, you know, obviously like high master GM. So here you can see how I'm like walking back and forth, especially when Twitch is kind of walking up to the wave, because we want to you know, have him feel pressure if we can. Now we can't make him miss every CS, but for the most part we can make him feel the pressure that, hey, at any point Lee Sin could be here, I could be engaging on you. So just throwing those Qs a bit, trying to stay out of his range at all possible. I think Yasuo and I did a great job for 2 melee champions to, you know, keep the wave in the position we did. Keep landing those Qs, trying to sustain up a little bit. And really in this position, I was like, hey, we're not that far from 6. So if the state is still in this position, if the wave state is still in this position when we hit 6, we can definitely do something about it. Okay, so we get level 6, and then look, we're just chilling. We are just chilling. They can't walk up at all. Like, you see the control that we have, right, guys? You can do this in your games. You really can. Scan the bush, and now we both base because they have left. We have the wave in a great position. Like, this is the way you can control the wave, right? I just want to show you guys. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to look at this game. So now here, because the wave is in a frozen position, right? I want to start roaming. Now, my second mistake of the game that I make is not pinging Mia. I needed to ping Mia here because we froze the wave on them. They had left, right? So the wave is in a great position for us. You can see it's still frozen there. The wave is in a good position for us. But I need to let my mid laner know, hey, Alistar, Twitch, they're on the map right now. So I was going to roam here, but now that the top laner died, my mid laner died as well. I just wanted to be here. And this is a common theme as well for you support players. You're coming out of base, you don't need just to walk, you know, straight towards bottom. You can look at other lanes, like truly, where is it best for you to go? And you'll see before too long, I actually stopped spending most of my time bottom here. Now look, we have another frozen wave. I was very worried about Nara in this situation, by the way. Now here we knew that Poppy was bottom, and I figured that they wanted to rotate to Dragon because we didn't have Prio. They did. So I'm just hanging out up here just in case. And then, of course, we do see the engage, so we get to go in here. I didn't know if Twitch was going to pop out, but I assume he turned around. So, yeah, you see me pan my camera down. I figured that Twitch might try to fight Yasuo, but he just doesn't, and our team is able to collapse. So, again, I just want to kind of reiterate, I guess, if I go back here to when this all started, you can see that obviously I'm aware that this is going to happen, but you supports, you need to treat like you need to have priority even if your lane doesn't really have priority. Like if Yasuo isn't coming, it's actually kind of fine, right? Because right now it'll be a 3v3. We can see Azir's still mid, so I knew it would be totally fine if Yasuo didn't come, but I have to leave. I can't stay here and keep hitting the wave with him, right? You have to move. Me moving here is the whole reason why we ended up picking up Alistair, the whole reason why Twitch is not able to, you know, open up, obviously, right? He totally leaves. Okay. So then with Azir pushing up, I knew, of course, I was on vision, but me walking up here, see, he is leaving because he can't necessarily stay with Syndra, but he can't even trade with Syndra because I'm here. He knows I'm here. And so again, as support, you can use your presence as a lot of pressure. So me even walking up there, I saw him on the map, he used his E over the wall down here, right? This is something that you can do just with your presence as a support player. We take that ward. Now here, this is, I'm going to call this a half mistake. It ends up working out totally fine. I think I should have gone bot and helped him shove that in, but I figured that Yasuo was just going to let the two minions go, and I was like, oh boy. They end up making a great play just with Lee Sin's kick and the Yasuo combo. Super easy combo, of course. So good job from them, but maybe looking back on this, I could have probably gone bottom. And here's the Gnar, of course. Yo, my bad for tilting. Bad games today. And I say, all good. We win easy. Yeah, dude, Poppy absolutely destroys me. What I was kind of hoping here was that we could maybe put down enough damage before Syndra died onto the Azir, which is why I ignite the Azir. So there's probably not much that can happen. Was just a bit awkward, you know. She's able to get out of my W because she can E the Syndra. It is what it is. It happens. At least I think I'm in the right position here, and I think as support, that's half the battle in a lot of cases, you know. So here, of course, I want Lee Sin to come over the wall, so I'm hugging the wall here. He doesn't quite land the Q. See, I thought he landed the Q, and now looking back on this, he didn't. I thought he lands the Q onto Poppy right here, right? It kind of looks like it did. This minion cheeky kind of got in the way. So I don't know, just in my head I was like, oh, we can fight this if I engage, because I thought she would be like literally half HP already, but it's all good. We do lose the cooldown there, but we totally dissuade them from doing anything else to the turret. So overall, that's totally fine. So we know that their map movement was kind of out towards the bot side, so I was rushing down towards Yasuo just in case that they wanted to, you know, maybe blast plant over the wall and go and fight him there. So I'm just trying to be proactive. Of course, Twitch goes top. But what that does mean, because I see Twitch top, this is another thing that you support players need to be doing. You have to invade, right? So you guys are strong. Go with your jungler. Don't let the enemy jungler get anything. Like you see me right now, right? We get Wolves and Grump with Lee Sin because like Poppy cannot do anything. She probably can't do anything against Lee Sin to begin with, and us being there just solidifies that. Great kick from Lee. I came very close to landing my nice EW combo, but Azir went the other way. Nice ult from Azir as well. It was a nice escape. So yeah, a bit too bad, but it's fine. Again, though, you can see the pressure that we have out. We just took, so I just want to pause it here, actually. So we just took, what do we know that happened, right? We took Poppy's bot side, and this is where, like, I just want to say, this is where jungle knowledge helps you in the lanes, okay? So being that I'm a jungler, I usually will give a lot of priority to my junglers through doing things, because I know what that feels like to be on the other end. It feels great, it helps out a lot, and so that's typically my tendency. Now here, it probably could have gone towards Twitch, but I really wanted to find Poppy here, and so because we knew that we took her bot side camps, and we can also see Yasuo, I don't know if you can see through the menu here, but Yasuo is doing the, he's taking that tower, he's got the wave shoved in. Poppy can only be a few places, and that's going to be top side. Now here, guys, another thing, stacking wave, you have numbers, this is an easy dive, especially as we're calling, super easy. We're just going to R, jump on top, and then we can hold that tower aggro for 2 shots, that's all it requires. Very, very easy. And Twitch says, holy, you brought friends, and hey, that's what League of Legends is all about, am I right, boys? It's all about friends. So yeah, Poppy obviously goes in there. I backed up to try to avoid her ults. On second thought, she was probably not going to ult me. You know, she's obviously going to go ahead and ult the Lee Sin away. So maybe I was a little bit worried about that for no reason, but it's fine. Okay, so here they hit the vision plant, and I was like, yo, why don't we, like, why are we still, you know, chilling here? And of course they pop out. Which was super predictable. So you can see, like, even though, like, a lot of these players are, like, GM or, like, literally 450 LP master, you know, there's still, like, some of these mistakes are still getting made where maybe a bit of overstay. It happens. So, now in this position, I almost made this mistake, and I actually said this out loud in my Discord call. I started moving towards bot lane because I was like, well, okay, we might have a lot of priority on the bot side, and then it just snapped in my head. It was like, why would I go bottom here when we know that our top laner's dead? They have 2 top, right? Dragon is still not up for 1 minute. So in my initial thought was I want to go set up for Dragon. That's 1 minute away. But the question is, like, really, does Dragon win us the game? The answer is absolutely not. Dragon, in fact, Dragon in this position is completely worthless. I need to be where Lee Sin is, right? I need to be where Lee Sin is, because at that rate, we can help end the game. So he starts to fight. He's too fed at this point. Like, he's just destroying. Really, nothing Alistair can do. But you see, like, I see how I'm hovering him, like, for the past, you know, at least 5 minutes straight. I've been totally hovering this Lee Sin because he is my win con, right, guys? So again, as support player, you need to identify your win con. For me, it's Lee Sin, who is turbo spiking at 15 minutes, and so, you know, we're getting vision, we're following him around, giving him priority, we're helping him with objectives. Like, this is how you win games. So yeah, we're helping him secure the Scuttle Crab here. And then as well, we're going to go towards our priority mid lane, but also we see that Dragon is spawning, right? So I wasn't sure if they were on it at this point. Now also here, this is another mistake that I made, looking back on it. I figured that, like, my initial thought when I looked at this was that Alistair was simply trying to hold the wave, and so I wanted to engage on him, right? But it makes total sense looking back on this that he is walking up here because Twitch is here. So, you know, I obviously see Twitch when I do start to engage. It was silly looking back on it, but overall it's fine. So we see Poppy here, and I'm like, oh boy. But really, it doesn't matter. We just play this slow, wait for Poppy's thing to go down. She turns around, which is totally fine because she sees my W coming out, and we're able to kind of clean up on the back end there. Syndra lands some good stuff. So yeah, you can see how it's just like constantly playing around your strong people, constantly playing around where you have numbers, right? This is the name of the game. And again, the more that I'm seeing like high master players, and now like in this game, this is pretty much a full GM lobby. Like, I think even the Viego on the enemy team, he is he already has the LP to promote to GM in a few hours, and so you know, mostly GM players in this lobby. We just want to be really heavily relying on that macro play. Who is strong? What is our win con? How can we continue to push that advantage? Dragon doesn't matter in the slightest, right? It's Rift Herald, it's knocking turrets, it's taking fights, right? So you even see me, again, I'm not the best support player out there, but I am trying to play as aggressively as possible in a calculated manner. So yeah. I didn't think we were in a position to do the dragon. I mean, we all reset, so they got it. Syndra says, y'all AFK. I mean, looking back on this, is there a way we get that dragon? I don't think so. So overall, pretty good engage. We chunk Viego down low. We're just being patient here for the wave. And then, you know, this is another thing that I just want to highlight here, guys. What this may look like is that I'm engaging on Alistair, which is honestly not even that bad because he is chunked very low. But really what I'm actually trying to do here is, this whole time Poppy was charging up her ult, I want to tank this, right? Because here I can get the damage off on Alistair, CC him, and I can also put my body in a position where it's really hard for Poppy to get her ulti pass, because it could be disaster if Poppy ults, you know, Lee away, ults Gnar away, ults Syndra away, right? So here I'm trying to tank this Poppy R, and I perfectly did it. I was actually very happy with that. So me putting literally my body in the way of that helped win that fight. And I think this is where they just FF, right? Yeah. Yeah, so they just FF here. So guys, I just wanted to show you a little bit of like the mindset, the macro, and really what does it look like to hard push a win in GM. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, leave a sub. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope Pay out.